I've been having issues, so maybe we'll be on, maybe we won't. I don't know. This is the test that's kind of figuring it out, but we'll see. I think the power supply that I literally just replaced. No, I didn't replace it, did I? I changed the cord, but okay. I think my power supply might be messing up for my PC.
What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away. We feel betrayed.
I can't believe that Trump called the Epstein victims speaking out a hoax. Like, what does that even mean?
Never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves. We won't let the world burn away. Burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack. Kill it anyway. To blame.
This is just kind of a test. We'll see what's going on with the computer. It's been having a bunch of weird random stuff happen. I think it might be in the power supply, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That timing wasn't bad there. You know what? That wasn't too bad, right? Yeah, don't expect a super like long stream. We'll see what happens. It might just fucking shut off here in a minute. I don't know.
Hey Daddies, it's me, the Linda Binda from TikTok. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to thank you for watching Cold Beer Confessionals with Will Bird. I think that's just incredible. I've watched a few episodes and I'm just like very intrigued. But you know what I'm most intrigued in is Big Daddy's meat stick. I heard that it's very thick, like a good old German sausage. You know, Linda and her coochie loves that. Oh, never mind. Let's not go there. Anyways, I hope you have a good show and enjoy it as you can. There's a lot of weird things that go on, especially when it comes from the realm of Linda Bindeland. So, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Welcome everybody. I am Will Bird, and this is a Cold Beer Confessional. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys showing up. Somebody sent me a message that Bert was back live and he was going to be exposing people. I don't know who got exposed, but I'm glad he's back at it there. Somebody finally paid his internet bill at the Siegel Suites. Shadows at the Shadow Socks at the Siegel Suites, or whatever the fuck you guys said last night. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being here. Yeah, a bunch of stuff has went on. Some of it Epstein related. It seems very weird that Donald Trump doesn't want to talk about Epstein. Isn't that strange? You know, I think so. But before we get there, let's start here. Random videos that TikTok sends to me, and now you got to watch them. So, kayaking is hard sometimes, okay? The title of this video says, "The way I have my sister so stressed that she's begging for Jesus to come save me in the wild has sent me," laughing emoji, dad emoji. And it says, "Your bestie bout lost her life in the wilds." Let me get some audio.
A dangerous situation. Okay, y'all. So this has turned out to be a dangerous situation. Poor Tammy is flipping every rapid we come to, and she's almost getting trapped under the kayak.
I think if you're this size, floating the river is your go-to, not kayaking, right? Because you have to have some balance and be able to counterbalance. But when you're spread out more than normal, it's hard to counterbalance.
We're afraid Tanner has broken his wrist. It's just, I know when this day is over, we're going to...
These aren't even rapids. This is just swift moving water around a rock. This isn't even a rapid.
Look back and laugh, and it'll be memories, but it's just dangerous right now, and I'm really worried. We're not even halfway done, and we've got more rapids to go. And bless her heart, she's flipping every time.
Spoiler alert, she never floats away from this spot. Like, they try to push her out, she's still just watch.
That time, she almost got trapped under the kayak.
Here in a second, she flips. You know how, like, you've seen people flip in a kayak? She flips outside of a kayak. She's just swimming and accidentally tips too far back and flips over.
Oh, God, Jesus.
Oh, God, Jesus. The back of the boat's underwater.
Jesus, help her.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus, take the pad eel.
And her kayak is taking on water. That's another problem. Oh, I just want this to be over. I just want this.
That kayak is not floating her. Maybe it is the water, but half the kayak's underwater. What's about to happen here?
To be over. Jesus, please help us. I pray there's no more rapids. If there just would not be rapids.
Yeah, if there just wasn't rapids on the river that we decided to kayak, then go to the lake.
I don't think I'm ever doing this again.
Jesus, take the keel. That's a pretty good one.
Oh my gosh. Bless her heart. I know she's probably beat up. These rocks are just beating her up every time she flips.
Every time. Look, she kept out. She's not even moving.
I don't know what we'd have done if Tanner wouldn't have come. Me and Tammy almost did this on our own. Like, he wasn't going to come at the last minute. He decided to come.
If you two women would have done this on your own without whoever this is, you would have died. We just read it in the paper.
Done if he wasn't here. I do not know.
Now she's laying flat in the water on top of the kayak, which is sinking.
Jesus, please help her. Oh no, I think her kayak is full of water.
I love how her sister records everything, but never once helps.
Is the boat full of water?
Ah,
Is it full of
got water in that boat.
water?
Have you guys seen that video that's going crazy viral? I showed it to Liam like 3 days ago, and then Ollie came home from school talking about it. Mariah was talking about it. They wanted to see it. That Trey Taylor crew tractor. You guys got permission? It's private property. Ah, hit the road. You guys seen that? Hit the road. He said, lock them up. Lock them up. Yeah, they're in ankle deep water here, by the way.
I don't know how to even call for help because we don't have any service. What do? We don't even have service.
Get a helicopter in there. She's going to have to be airlifted.
I truly do not know what to do. Jesus, please.
Just splash some water on her, keep her wet, and give her some space.
Help her. Please help her.
She's setting on the riverbank. It's literally like, it's not even, it's up to your calf. Maybe I was exaggerating when I said ankle deep. It's up to her calves, right? She's setting on the bottom right now.
Bless her heart.
And everything from her belly button up's out of the water.
Birthday.
So how deep is that? Like this?
Bless her heart. Jesus, just help us. That's all I know to do is pray.
Jesus help us. Okay, now she's finally off the rock, and she's kind of floating. Kinda. Oh, God.
Okay, I'm going to paddle towards her and see if I can help. I'm turning this off. I'll paddle towards her so I can help.
We love the kayaking hike.
Oh, y'all, this is just a disaster. We're trying to avoid the rapids, so we're walking across this, like, there's rapids way over there. So to avoid them, we're walking across this island.
This is what I do with the kids when we get down to Radio Wave.
Of hot rocks.
Hot rocks. We're bushwhacking through the hot rocks.
This again.
All right, now I want you to watch this. She's not even in a kayak, okay?
Oh no, she flipped. Tammy flipped.
She's got her life jacket around her arm for some reason, not wearing it. Her phone in a bag and the paddle.
Oh Lord.
Come on, Tammy. Oh, she tipped over.
Are you?
Oh no. She tipped over even without the kayak.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. What? No, lean. Oh.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Do I need to come out there?
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go help her.
I can't stand up because it's too slippery.
I've never seen somebody tip without a boat. Like we see people flipping kayaks all the time. I've never seen somebody flip just setting in the water.
Can you crawl to the rocks?
I have no shoes on either, so it's hurting.
Well, I saved one of them, but
Again, the water, it wouldn't even touch her knees if she just stood up.
the other one is still floating down the river.
She lost one shoe. She lost both shoes. This woman recording apparently grabbed one of them.
Do we not need to get the canoe that way? Oh, so I need to go over there?
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to get out there to her. It's just the rocks are so slippery. Okay, Tammy.
She keeps saying, I'm going to go help her. I'm going to get out there to her. I need to stop recording. And she never does.
Oh, be careful.
Oh,
I found!
Again?
I'm done. I'm over it.
she did. She tipped again.
Yep.
Tammy.
Oh,
I'm going to help her. I'm going to.
maybe kayaking isn't your thing. Again, just get an inner tube. Just get an inner tube. It takes no skill whatsoever. You just sit on it and the river does its thing. maybe kayaking isn't your, I don't know. I want to see this now.
Need to watch your face.
The Trump Punisher. Trumpisher. I don't know. There's got to be a way to combine those, right?
Because
Punisher.
Like eat bitches like you for lunch. Don't be a fucking douchebag bitch. To watch your face. Because guys,
watch your face. Guys like me suck your cock for breakfast. What? What did you just say?
Like me eat. Need to watch your face. Because guys like me eat bitches like you for lunch. Don't be a fucking douchebag bitch.
All right.
Go fuck your mother.
I'll fuck your mother.
My mother's dead, dickhead. You know
You're
what?
the one bothering me.
How old are you?
It doesn't matter
How old are you? Because I want to know if
Old enough to whip your ass, dude. How old are you? We're in the goddamn grown-up world now, motherfucker.
you're 18. I want to fucking kick your ass now. Oh, come on.
I was stupid, really stupid.
Oh, he can't fight either. Hell yeah, of course he can't.
I better not do it. What a dumb.
Clock that chin, baby. Boo. Hit him so hard his glasses had to reset.
What a dummy. Such a dummy.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Anyways, you guys haven't seen Trey Taylor? Trey Taylor, Crew Tractor. This video, so many people are recreating this. Trey Taylor from Crew Tractor. I'll set it up for you, okay? Two young black boys are fishing. And it is a pond that's literally right beside the river. Or right beside the road. I'm sorry. Right beside the road. I was saying about the kayakers. And they go over there to fish because they were under the impression that it was like state property or the government owned it or whatever. It's a pond. So they go to fish and fish for a little bit and decide to leave. While they're leaving, this truck pulls up. Are you ready? This guy has so many memeable moments. The things he said, hit the road. He said, lock him up. Lock him up. Just watch it.
Got permission?
Yeah,
Written permission from Trey Taylor,
Trey Taylor.
Crew Tractor.
Oh, Crew.
So these are, I know what this is, okay? This is like small town authority. This guy cannot talk about his own son without mentioning the business he owns, right? So this happens in my town because it's so small. Someone would be like, so-and-so who owns so-and-so. And it always goes together. Usually not their own family, but when you're talking about something, they'll be like, so-and-so that owns so-and-so. That goes together because that gives them some type of small town notoriety. So one of the weird things here is the Crew Tractor. It's in Crew, Virginia. But you have to have the mentality of you're like in a small town, right? So like if I said Todd Love from the Ford place, Todd Love in my town is a guy that owns the Ford place. And him being a person that also owns the Ford place gives him this air of authority because he owns the only car dealership in our town, right? And it's weird that his own dad does that though. But in small towns, that just happens. You would say so-and-so who owns the so-and-so or so-and-so from so-and-so because that gives them their authority. But it's just weird hearing it from this guy.
Oh.
Trey Taylor, Crew Tractor.
Permission?
Yeah,
Written
Also, they are in Virginia, but the accent sounds so Louisiana.
permission from Trey Taylor,
Trey Taylor.
Crew Tractor.
Oh, Crew Tractor.
Yeah, who told you you could fish here?
And I thought it was state property.
State!
Yeah,
State!
yeah.
This!
It ain't.
Hit the road, dude. This ain't no state property. This is private.
Hit the road.
Oh,
What is
okay.
your name? Man, I want your name.
Huh?
So I can call down and see who gave you permission.
My name.
Never give a random fucking person your name. What are you talking about?
On state property.
My name Hubert
Last name.
Jones.
Hubert Jones.
Yeah.
State property. I ain't never heard that before in my life.
Yeah, man. Tractor Supply on this.
What?
You said Tractor Supply on this pond right here.
Crew Trey Taylor and Crew Tractor.
So the guy says, you said Tractor Supply owns it? Trey Taylor at Crew Tractor. Trey Taylor, Crew Tractor.
Okay.
Right out again, I'm his daddy.
You was daddy.
And a man just called me and called Trey and said, Trey, they're fishing at your pond. He said, lock them up.
Oh, man.
What? A man called me. He called Trey. He said, Trey, they fishing at your pond. And he said, lock them up. Lock them up.
Yeah.
Lock them up.
We about to leave, man.
You better leave, because I can tell you, he's going to call it off.
Trespassing. They don't got no...
All right, so the other kid, a young adult, I don't want to call them kids because I think they're adults, but the other young gentleman comes up and says, "What? Why are you yelling at us about trespassing? It's not posted anywhere. You have to have signs. You can't call the cop. All the cops will do is take our name and say that they talked to us, and then if they catch us again on a different day, then they'd say, oh, you were warned. But you don't even have no trespassing signs up.
Come up.
Lock them up.
You better leave.
Rack them. Rack ball.
Call it off.
Trespassing. They don't got no trespassing signs. So how somebody gonna get locked up with no trespassing?
Can I just walk up on your house and fish him if I want to?
I ain't know.
I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. I'll let
Hit the road.
I'll let you fish. I'm cool like that.
Hit the road.
I don't want to listen to no static. Hit the road. Hit the road. It sounds like, what was that? Swamp Hunters or Swamp Men or Swamp People or something on Discovery? That's what the accent sounds like, even though they're in Virginia.
Come on, bro.
Hit the road.
Don't get stuck.
Don't get stuck now.
Don't you worry about
Yeah,
it.
full wheel.
So he goes to pull out. He goes to pull out and his wheel spins, okay? And they're like, don't get stuck. He's like, don't worry about me. You better worry about not getting stuck by the law.
I'll let you fish. I'm cool like that.
Hit the road.
Bro,
Yeah.
come on, bro.
Hit the road.
Don't get stuck.
Don't get stuck now.
Don't you worry about
Yeah,
it.
full wheel.
You better worry about you get stuck by the law.
No, I ain't worrying about no law.
Hit the road.
You ain't got no private property.
Y'all laying around on the ground.
All right, so then this is another clip from it. This guy finds trash not really near the pond, basically by the side of the road. Somebody threw it out their window, and he tries to blame it on them. Okay? He tries to blame it on them. And they're like, we got nothing to do with that trash.
You ain't got no private property.
Y'all laying around on the ground here.
No, that's already there.
About nobody's stuff.
That's not us.
That's not us.
We're our stuff, bro.
Okay, that's the whole video. Everybody's reenacting the thing. Hold on. Cops, people, random fucking people here.
So you know Trey Taylor? Crew Tractor? You don't know him? You don't know Trey Taylor? So you know
They're just asking people, you know, Trey Taylor, who gave you permission, written permission?
Got permission?
Yeah,
Written permission from Trey Taylor.
Trey Taylor.
Crew Tractor.
Oh, Crew Tractor. I thought it was state property.
State.
Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
State.
It ain't.
Hit the road, dude. This ain't no state property. This is private.
Everybody's remaking it, okay? Now, Crew Tractor and Trey Taylor, who owns it, had this video blew up, right? And the first day it blew the fuck up. They had the greatest opportunity for some advertising. Free. Completely free. Because the video blew up so much, the original video, that they wanted the original videographer, the kids, to go see him and talk to him and ask him about permission. If he says no, have a conversation, whatever, right? They were not met with a warm reception. Okay, they go down to Crew Tractor to talk to Trey Taylor, and instantly he comes out and he's like, I'm not talking to you. You need to get out. Oh, well, you got to turn off your cameras. And they're like, we'll turn them off. And he's like, no, you got to take them outside. That way I know they're turned off. I don't believe that you're turned. Just watch.
Shut up, let me go in. Which one? This the front desk? I don't think you have first. Oh. Right here.
Trey Taylor.
Nate.
They called the cops.
How you doing?
He said, lock them up.
Oh, man. How you doing, man? My name. All right.
If you got them cameras on, cut them off. Like, he hasn't even spoke to these guys at all. He just came up and said, "Can I help y'all?" He said, "If you got them cameras on, cut them off."
You just cameras off? You sure of that? Take them outside and come back in here.
What you
Take them outside and come back in here.
If you don't want to talk, we'll leave.
No, I want to talk. Take your cameras off. Take them outside and come back in.
Well,
So he said, if you don't want to talk, we'll leave. He's like, "No, I want to talk to you." Take your cameras off, take them outside, then you come back in, then I'll talk to you. Why? What are you trying to fucking hide, dude?
we can't record. We recording for our safety though. Like,
There's nothing going to harm at all. I'm not recording. You don't expect you to record me.
we just gonna leave that.
Bullshit. You're telling me there's not a single camera in this I'm not recording you, so you're not going to record it. You telling me there's not a single security camera in this entire place? That's a lie. Second of all, why does he come up with a posse? Does he think they're there to jump him?
We don't want no problems.
I don't want any more problems. I don't want any problems.
These boys handled this amazing. With the old man, they were respectful. They're like, "We didn't know." Here, they're like, "We don't want no problems. We're only recording for our safety. But if you don't want to talk, that's fine."
Problems at all, okay?
Okay.
I just wanted to say I apologize though
Yeah.
for
Yeah, apologize.
without permission.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I'm sorry about that. Y'all leave me out of all this. I'm done with it, okay?
Okay. We was trying to make sure. We was trying to make everything right. You know what I'm saying?
If you need to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they came by to apologize. And they said, "We're trying to make everything right." And he's like, "You need to." What?
Well, I tried to talk to you, man, but
Y'all take care.
you too.
All right.
Now we trying. My name Hubert Jones. I was out here looking at this pond. They had to put the no trespassing signs up.
We were trying to ask for permission.
So these guys actually went and got no trespassing signs and posted them so no one else would wander up on it. That's what they were going to talk to him about. If he didn't want people fishing there, they're going to say, "Well, we got some signs. We'll hang them up for you." But nah.
They said Trey Taylor on it. Huh? Trey Taylor?
They said it was Trey Taylor Pond.
Yeah.
For Crew Tractor.
Yeah,
Crew Tractor. Trey Taylor.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you for checking on us.
So since then, since the way they responded, how they responded, the response they decided to have, they've gotten nothing but backlash now. This is one of the videos.
My name is Trey Taylor with Crew Tractor.
My name is Trey Taylor with Crew Tractor. There's people making memes about it.
Dried up. When we'll go fishing? Oh, I know. Yes, ma'am, this Crew Tractor? Yeah, let me get Trey Taylor. All right. Trey, what's up, man?
I'm sure the guy, Trey, at Crew Tractor was already probably getting some heat the minute it went viral. People were calling and aggravating him. But this is the chance to make it right and piggyback off that. But they're in small town, rural Virginia. He could have got more business, but it's probably not going to hurt his business that much. A bunch of elderly white people buying farm equipment are not going to look on the internet. You know what I mean? But why not just be a good fucking person, dude?
Yeah, Chris Lynn from TikTok down in Mississippi.
This is a character. Chris Lynn plays this character, and he's pretending to call him.
What's up, man? Oh, man, just going to see if I can come back go. My boat landing dried up, man. See if I can come back go fish in your pond. I know I need permission, Trey. That's what I'm calling for. Shoot, that's what I'm trying to get from you. That way I don't get locked up, right? We mean don't come up here, you gonna lock me. That's the reason I want the whole permission card, man. Shoot, I'm telling you. Hell yeah. No, I ain't trying to be no smart ass, man. I really want to come back and go fishing, right? I know you got somebody watching, Trey. Hey, everybody done seen the video, man. Hey, look, man, you own that damn track store. You ought to get that man a new truck. That's your daddy. You ought to buy him a new truck. That's a dang old...
Hell yeah, that's a busted-ass fucking truck. You own a goddamn tractor store, and daddy's driving a fucking busted-ass truck.
Wore out truck they done sold out the refinery. Four-wheel drive, but ain't but one wheel pulling. Everybody seen the video. Like the guy stuck. That man a truck, man. So I can't go fishing. I am not being a smart-ass, man. All right. You need to be nice, man. Be a little more nice. Let some folks fish in that pond. It's going to get overstocked. All right. Be mean then. Get your ass up and do something.
Imagine having a pond like that and like having it guarded by your neighbors. Like they have to call and report it to. I don't know. It's so weird. So they've been getting a lot of negative reviews, obviously.
Yeah.
Can you let them boys fish in the pond? Lock them up, state property, hit the road, Jack. This is state property.
Written permission from Trey Taylor.
Trey Taylor.
Crew tractor.
State property. Hit the road. Wouldn't let me fish on their pond. Some old dude came up to me and told me to hit the road.
Oh, crew tractor.
Yeah. Who told you?
Trey Taylor. Trey Taylor, I got a 10-pounder. Don't give me permission to fish on a pond. He said, lock him up. Trey Taylor from Crew Tractor didn't let us fish on his land when we were there peacefully. Threatened to call the cops on me and my cousin after racially profiling us. Won't be shopping at Crew Tractor again.
Property.
State.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
State.
It ain't.
Hit the road.
Lock him up.
This is private.
This is my permanent written permission slip to fish at the little pond that Trey Taylor and Crew Tractor owns. I can fish from now forward, says Trey Taylor, without getting locked up. But I promised I would pick up litter and be security for the pond.
Property.
Oh,
What
okay.
is your name? I want your name.
Huh?
So I can call down and see who gave you permission.
My name?
On state property.
They said they didn't have permission. First of all, you don't need their name to call Crew Tractor and ask who gave them permission. They don't have it. They didn't know. I wanted to see, there was so many people are memeing it.
Permission.
Yeah.
Written permission from Trey Taylor.
Trey Taylor.
Crew tractor.
Oh, crew tractor.
Yeah. Who told you could fish here?
And then there's a bunch of people that are posting it. They may have taken it down. A bunch of people that are posting that are calling Crew Tractor.
Got permission?
Yeah.
Written.
I know I watched at least 4 or 5 of them today. Maybe they're getting taken down. The police are in on it.
Yeah.
Written permission from Trey Taylor.
Trey Taylor.
Crew Tractor.
Oh, crew tractor.
Yeah.
I thought I clicked on the police one. This one. Did I not?
Yeah.
That's weird. Why is it going to a different video?
Got permission?
I did click on the police one. What the fuck? Anyways. It went down a couple rows. It's out of sync or something, chat.
Got permission?
You got permission? Trey Taylor, Crew Tractor. This one.
Permission?
Yeah.
Written permission from Trey Taylor.
Trey Taylor.
Crew tractor.
Oh, crew tractor.
Yeah. Who told you could fish here?
I thought it was state property.
State.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah. It ain't.
Cops getting in on it.
Dude, this ain't no state property. This is.
Where are the... I want to grab a call. They weren't very this is a call recording, so this one is.
Is this Crew Tractor?
Yes, sir.
Can I talk to Trey Taylor?
He's not here today. Something I can help you with?
Yeah, I was seeing if there's any possible way if my boat broke, could I come bank fish?
Yeah, come on. What you waiting on?
Oh, really?
Yeah, come on.
I'll be down there in 20 minutes.
That wasn't the one I was looking for, but that was interesting. The one I was looking for, they're like, we're adding your number to a no call list. We're not gonna answer anymore. Some shit like that. It was like some guys sitting in a break room at work. I'm gonna have to go get it from here. Hold on. Settings and privacy, activity center, watch history. There it is. 500,000 views. I couldn't search it. This one's funny. Not as funny as the kayaking. Still funny. And while we're waiting for that one to come up, here's the breakdown of the AI White House video.
Hey, is this AI? Well, it's a long video showing a person throwing 3 items from a White House window. It looks like the first 2 are
It's 100% not AI.
garbage bags, and the third is probably
But Trump's like, anything that's really bad, just blame it on AI. What?
or leftover construction material. Based on the person's white painter's pants and an official White House statement, that was a contractor who...
It was a contractor who was doing regular maintenance while the president was gone, a White House official said in a statement in response to questions about the video. Now, that guy's probably fucking fired.
I'm sure has been fired. You don't do that. Also, the person filming says it's someone cleaning out based on these verbal comments.
Yes, that's one way to clean out. Can you make out what they're throwing away?
When zooming in, we see straight lines and solid details, no AI warping. The camera zoom isn't the best quality, so it's blurry, but the parallax and perspectives are consistent with real lensing, while an AI video would already be falling apart. Most AI models have a maximum duration of 8 or 10 seconds per video, and when they're sequenced, they have start and stop points that we can see, but we don't see those in the 1 minute and 10.
When you're watching and you don't know if it's AI, the video will have a weird pop in it to where it tries to be like continuous because it's multiple clips they have to piece together, but it's not. Like you'll see like a hard pop where everything just jumps. Then another 8 or 10 seconds, then everything will jump.
10-second continuous take, and at the start there's a 12-second video that's also clear. This one has more of a magenta hue and the other has a green hue, but both of those are natural camera shifts. Every 2 seconds we see a subtle quality pop. That's a keyframe of a typical video compression structure. We're seeing the structure known as the GOP, not that GOP, but a group of pictures. The keyframe or iframe periodically pops in. That's the highest.
It'll be full, it'll be a high quality frame. And the other ones are like rendered frames, right? They're not nearly as high quality.
Quality frame. Then there are other frames known as B or P frames, which are encoded referencing the keyframe, and that process restarts exactly every 2 seconds or every 60 frames on this video. By contrast, AI videos have continuous patching of around 8 frames at a time, and at this scale, it would have a patchy and wobbly look. The source is Washingtonian Problems on Instagram. They have no history of AI videos that I can see, and the person filming says on camera that they will send it to this page, so that all checks out. It wasn't redirected.
This could definitely make Washingtonian problems.
If this were an AI video attack, it would be a really dumb way to do it, on a meme and news page with something pretty innocent. But the president claimed that this could be AI, but he had never seen it before. And then he gave away the game and said it's easy to blame bad things on AI. And that sucks. He talks about it like AI.
If something happening is really bad, let's see that quote. If something happens, it's really bad, maybe I'll just have to blame AI.
Talks about it like AI is undetectable.
One of the problems we have with AI, it's both good and bad. He acts like you can't tell the difference.
Talks about it like
I understand he can't tell the difference. And sometimes even we get fooled, but there's ways to tell the difference. They're not the same.
AI is undetectable, but he was probably just tricked by AI once and is paranoid now, and that's really common. There are ways to tell if you do basic research. This is just a real video that got some people fired.
The contractor had to get fired, 100%. All right, here's the video I was looking for earlier.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, I was looking at y'all's new Bad Boys. I was wondering if Trey Taylor was there. I need you to lock him up.
Your number is added to the block list, so you won't be able to call back.
They stay popping, you know, motherfucker.
Great, now your number's added to the block list and you won't be able to call back. You think they care? They're not even near you. That's pretty funny. Let's watch it again.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, I was looking at y'all's new Bad Boys. I was wondering if Trey Taylor was there. I need you to lock him up.
Your number is added to the block list, so you won't be able to call back.
They stay popping, you know, motherfucker.
They're having so much fun with this. And he had such a good chance to make some viral marketing out of it. Why? Why be like this, dude? Let's see what this dump truck project
Will
is.
the dump truck ever dump again? I
Doubt
sure
it.
hope so, because without that, this truck's pretty useless. In the last video, we were working inside the truck, actually.
Sorry, I like project videos.
Lowering mechanism, we're throwing in some new cables. Let's spread out our creeper here and get to work. Coming underneath the truck, this is the cable that actuates the up and down of the bed. We did in the last video up there, turns the pump on and off. And my fight is with this jam nut setup right here. Unfortunately, it is so seized in there and you can't really fit a wrench in here. You can't go anywhere. You have a line here and you have a bracket there. We're probably gonna have to get a little bit creative on this one.
Need a line wrench.
Looks like up here is a mounting bolt and another one over here. Let's try and pull those off. Maybe this whole bracket can come out and then we can work with it down here where we have room. Here is our bracket, but more importantly, here was definitely a problem. Looks like I even ended up with the identical brand, which I didn't even plan. While this is off the truck though, we're gonna open this up, take our bracket and insert it, and then clamp this guy down. I don't know if you guys caught it, but I just realized that I put this on backwards. So these should be lining up with that bolt and stud sticking out there, and it doesn't. That looks a lot better like the one we took it off of there. Now these guys are a little tricky to put on there. Bracket and line secured in place. Now we're just getting this secured to the mechanism that controls the valve to go up and down to make the bed go up and down. We got these guys to clamp in nice and tight. So fortunately they all stay, and this thing does its job. It goes up, it pulls the cable in and out. This one for PTO also pulls the cable in and out, so it'll do its job down below. For these you had to rip and fight and pull and pull and pull. Now it's just like butters, back and forth, 2 fingers. Just the way we want it. Feel confident enough we can kind of put this piece all back together, put the cage on it.
Oh, never put it back together until you try it.
And we should be good up here. Everything is nice and happy again. This guy is secured in place, put away.
That's asking for bad karma.
Laying over this thing inside the truck is getting a little bit old. Time to work under the truck, but unfortunately, someone stole my creeper. Thinking we fill this guy up with fluid now that we have it, but when I was under here I kind of discovered something. Messing with this cable, I see someone tried to do the old farm fix and slap some gasket maker on the side of this. Without washing it to know, just by the amount of fluid here, I'm assuming this guy is either a leak, part of the leak, or a big leak. I think it's worth trying to address, so let's try and see what we're working with here. Maybe we can make something. Looks like the last guy stripped that out for me. Dang it. Well, that kind of sucks. I guess we're just gonna run this and see how bad the leak is. If we
send it, baby,
cut that off or do what we gotta do, but I guess we'll see how bad it is compared to how much we want.
Channel locks, pull those out.
End up possibly destroying this. Also seen a leak tracing it up to the bottom of this. You know what? That might even be just from us missing and dripping all down here in that one video. Missed a ton off the top of this can and it all dripped across the bottom, so I'm not gonna say that's a leak just yet. Not a clue what our capacity is, so I actually have 10 gallons of fluid. See,
do it, lady, on your birthday.
Like a quarter
all at once, every day.
Tell me that this thing is full? I see now. I bet we have a bunch of air in there somewhere. While that keeps burping, we're going to move on to something, the final step of the brakes. While the brakes do work, this piece should take us from an unreliable brake system to a more reliable brake system. It's referred to as an RC01 valve, even though that's the part number right there. What it does, it will go on this brake line and splice right in line. As long as we follow that arrow, basically it's always going to keep like 2 to 3 pounds of pressure on this side of the brake system, the rear, which is known as the troublesome Lucas Grilling brake system. The way I kind of understand it from my research is basically the seal will...
It's a check valve for that brake system.
Suck itself in over time, almost pull a vacuum, causing that seal to go bad, causing a leak. It only happens when the truck sits a while, but I mean, this truck, it's probably going to have times where it sits a while. This guy will actually keep that little bit of pressure so that seal can't suck in on itself. It just stays right where it's at all the time.
He needs to trim his fingernails, especially doing mechanical work. Damn, dude.
To make the brakes
how do you keep them clean?
Just enough where they don't suck in and hurt themselves over time. I'll be the first to tell you, I am no brake flaring guru. Very rarely do I get into this, but hopefully, unfortunately, I can't really film this because my hands are covered in brake fluid as I do this, but I think that guy should seal up decent. Now I'm gonna do this guy. I tried this guy. Dang it. Well, I suppose it's better to find that out now than being in a rush to find out later when it's all done. All right, flare has been achieved. Woohoo! Now let's put this thing all together. With our valve now in there, I'm gonna have to pull this over to get it in place, but let's go ahead and bleed the brakes. On this,
I just want to see the bed works. Uh-oh.
See what happens here. So no
PTO turning?
Yet. Let's see what this does, if anything. Nothing on that. Clutch back in. Turn this off. Now let's see if we drank any of that fluid. Everything is still sturdy. Didn't move. Yes, it most certainly drank all of it. Let's put some more back in. We've got some foam once we got to the top. It must be turning in there, and we took probably about 2 more gallons. Started up, do the same thing. All right, let's check it again. We're still pretty full with foam there. Kind of makes me curious. Under the truck, something I question is priming it, and I wonder if one of these got to be suction, one's got to be returned.
We need a chat emoji. I can make one.
4th hose up there.
Sorry, I get really into project videos. I know this one's long and boring, but I can't look away.
That way it can push all the air out to here. Instead of potentially airlocking the pump is maybe a thought. Where this guy is, it definitely has fluid up to it. Let's close that back up. This one's a little harder to get to, but I do question about this guy now, because that's the other one that runs to the reservoir. I think it's going to be the end for tonight. I see a logo there, so I'm going to try and find out what logo that is, or if someone knows what brand that is, so I can research how do you bleed this or what do you do. Next up is just to put everything away for the night, read the comments, see what you guys recommend, and
it's going to be over full, because when he drops the cylinder back down, it's going to send a bunch of fluid. Yeah, it's going to be way over full.
Something to do with this valve here, and we should be hopefully in business.
All right, anyways. Now, Trey Taylor. You know Trey Taylor? Crew Tractor. Lock 'em up. State property. This? State property. I ain't never heard that before. Jesus Christ.
This guy named Adam Cochran, he described...
This is the video I was looking for the other day, by the way.
...himself as an independent investigative journalist. And
now, we're past... This isn't new. We're past the weekend. Trump has made a weird appearance where he made a bunch of weird fucking claims, but he acted like Trump.
It's a thread here which lays out why he thinks Trump is dealing with strokes at the moment. And that's why he's been gone away from the cameras for longer than he ever has been since 2015 when he came onto the political scene. That's a fucking decade ago, guys.
Clickbait.
That's a decade ago. He's hiding from the cameras. No press conferences. Most importantly, no talking to the cameras. All we get is these like...
Trump never does this. He usually has the reporters on the green, on the fucking fairway and the tee box with him so he can show off.
Looks like those old pictures of like when you spot a Sasquatch in the woods. Some paranormal investigator has a picture of a Sasquatch from like 300 yards away. That's all we have now when it comes to Trump within the past week or so. So I forget, was it Tuesday or Thursday? You guys tell me, put it in the comment section. Last time he was in front of cameras, it was either Tuesday or Thursday. And since then he's been gonzo. He's been out of here. And everybody is sort of speculating and everybody sort of acknowledges, yeah, something's going on with his health and they're hiding it. For a variety of reasons, not just the fact that he's been gone. But now we have at least one theory as to specifically what's happening. So he's going to lay it out here for us. He says the following. I believe there's growing evidence that the White House is covering up the fact that Donald Trump has been dealing with TIA strokes. TIA strokes. And that he likely had a more significant ischemic stroke this week. So let me just point out, TIA strokes, those are mini strokes. So this guy's saying he's had a bunch of mini strokes recently. And now he just had an ischemic stroke this week. Okay, here we go. Let's start with the basics. TIAs are temporary blockages. You'll see symptoms like leg dragging, eye drooping, etc.
Transient ischemia attack, TIA, is a mini stroke. That's what people mean when they refer to a mini stroke.
But they resolve within 24 hours. Ischemic strokes leave a lasting impact but can range dramatically in scope and severity. TIAs precede an ischemic stroke in about 30% of patients and often result in long-lasting interventions to try and prevent any risk of a larger stroke. Now let's get to what paints this picture with Trump. So that's interesting. So in other words, he's had mini strokes, and so there was a 30% chance he was going to have a bigger stroke, and this guy's saying it looks like he may have had a bigger stroke. Okay. In March 2024, Ron Filipkowski notes that Trump has been dragging his right leg for a while. It's something
we've seen this in multiple videos. Something's going on with his ability to move his right leg.
We've seen him do on and off over the past year, but not super notable on its own. So this video... I've seen this one before. This one doesn't look that crazy to me, but I've seen other videos of him dragging his leg more than this. So he does his little dance, and then he goes to walk, and you'll see the right leg being dragged right there, yeah. And there are multiple videos of him doing this at different times. This is one of the earlier ones from 2024 from Ron Filipkowski. Then in a Time magazine interview from right after the election, we see the first note of Trump's hand bruising. So this is right after the election, we see the first hand bruising. Once again, something people didn't think much of at the time. It comes up again during the Macron visit on February 25th, 2025, where Carolyn Levitt repeats the lie about it being from shaking too many hands. So here's, again, this is...
How do you shake hands to where they've got the back of your hand?
February, and he's got these bruises on his hands. February. Okay. The next medical event we see is the president's annual physical report. Comparing the medication list to his old reports, we notice 3 new medications. Rosuvastatin, ezetimibe, however you pronounce that, and daily aspirin. Okay, so these are new. At first, I thought this might be normal medication for managing cholesterol, and I've certainly heard of preventative aspirin.
I think it's odd. It's odd is how it ends.
In the past, but I decided to
not EB.
And I'm glad I did. There are 2 general takeaways I've heard from multiple specialists. Daily aspirin is not recommended for prevention anymore. An aspirin regime is to treat something.
Ezetimibe
is a second line.
Ezetimibe.
Not used for regular LDL treatment. That's cholesterol. Statins like rosuvastatin will manage cholesterol alone, whereas amibe will be used as a second line if the patient is at high cardiovascular risk, such as prior strokes, heart attacks, or arterial disease. Then it's used for stroke prevention. Trump's previous medical reports claim his cardiovascular health is great and is on the statin, so he shouldn't need ezetimibe. But this also brings us to the aspirin. As it turns out, aspirin hasn't been advised as a daily course prevention.
Ezetimibe.
Daily aspirin no longer recommended to prevent heart disease. Some old doctors may still incorrectly prescribe it as such, but qualified medical staff who keep up with literature wouldn't. A daily aspirin dose is now used as a blood thinner for specific...
Daily aspirin used to be preventative. It is no longer used that way. It's actually used now. You might find an older doctor, or a doctor might be dealing with an older patient that just says, keep it the same. It's been fine for the last 30 years. Like, we're not going to change you now and have you forgetting to take shit or misremembering. Or older doctors might say, they're not as caught up on the most recent literature because they're on their way out anyways. But now it's used after you've had a stroke or a heart attack to be preventative from another one.
Lines of treatment, including in managing ischemic strokes. Then in June, we see Trump's swollen ankles. And for the first time, the White House medical team is willing to admit he's got CVI. That's chronic venous insufficiency. His bruising is related to aspirin regime and shaking hands. They keep coming back to this claim, as aspirin does indeed make bruising easier. There are 3 problems with this claim. 1, bruising is seen on both hands, not just his dominant hand. So he had a bunch of bruising on his right hand, and then here it is, we saw it on his left hand when he went golfing. This is about, I want to say, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. The next problem, CVI is not a sudden onset issue, and swollen ankles is an intermediate symptom. An annual physical in April would have caught CVI back then if ankles were going to be swelling, and aspirin isn't a CVI treatment. But third, some of the bruising is...
Aspirin is not used for CVI at all.
Usually around the 24th. Check the dates. It seems much more likely that the president is being monitored monthly for some...
It seems like maybe he has more bruising around the 24th of the month, and past that, it starts to heal for a while, then it starts again around the 24th, as maybe he's doing monthly testing.
And then also occasionally getting an emergency IV as well. So what does all this mean? When a patient has had a TIA, they have temporary symptoms, but would be started on aspirin, rosuvastatin, and ezetimibe to prevent future ischemic stroke risk, just like we see with Trump. The patient having a TIAs may have temporary symptoms for 24 hours afterwards, including face drooping, leg dragging, or trouble walking in a straight line. So here's Trump, and everybody was showing this.
This is his waddle or whatever, and when he went to meet Putin.
When he went to the Putin meeting in Alaska, he struggled to walk in a straight line. Watch, here we go, watch this. They sped it up, of course, but look, as you can see, he's like sort of wobbling all over the place.
What the fuck is he doing?
This is one of the symptoms of a mini stroke right here. Patients who experience very mild strokes that are not TIA, such as lacunar stroke or minor ischemic stroke, may have persistent but barely noticeable symptoms, causing drooping of the lip, eyelid, and eyebrow, which would be on the same side.
You can tell his eyelid, eyebrow, and the corner of his mouth.
Of a leg dragging symptom. So here it is, and you can see a little bit of a droop. Okay. And I think his features...
all on the same side.
But if you look at his features here, compared to, what it was in 2015, 2016, there is like significantly more droop. Now, that could be because perhaps he lost a little bit of weight, and at this age, like your skin doesn't really get right back into place, so there's just droopage there. That's possible, or it potentially could be something more. If a patient under White House level medical care was seen having a stroke, they'd be scanned to rule out a hemorrhagic with the White House portable MRI, and then could receive alteplase, a clot-busting peripheral IV, often given in the hand for elderly patients. If that patient was on aspirin for cardio risk management and or potential calcium blockers, we'd expect bruising of the hands and swelling of the ankles. Well, that's literally exactly what we have. So here's swelling of the ankles, and here's bruising of the hands. If they had a mild ischemic stroke, we'd expect the patient to be on bed rest for 24 to 48 hours, by 2 to 3 days able to take small or assisted steps, and the patient may have facial droop, flatter facial creases, or their mouth agape due to facial muscle weakness. Okay, when I read this the other day, this was the one where I went, all right, this guy might actually be onto something. And I'll show you why. Again, read this one more time. If they had a mild ischemic stroke, so that's what he's saying Trump probably had, we'd expect the patient to be on bed rest for 24 to 48 hours, by 2 to 3 days able to take small or assisted steps, and the patient may have facial droop, flatter facial creases, or their mouth agape due to facial muscle weakness. And look at this picture. This is one of the pictures that just came out of Trump, where the press pool was like really far away because they weren't allowing them near him, and they took pictures. Now, another interesting thing about this day is that they made it seem like Trump was going to go play golf. But all that happened was we got this one, like just a couple pictures from when he gets into the car, or into the truck, the SUV. And then he, I guess, drives around, goes to the golf course. But there's no pictures of him actually playing golf this time. Every time he plays golf, there's always pictures of him actually playing. This time, there were no pictures of him actually playing. In fact, what's happening is the Republicans are recycling old pictures from when he played like weeks ago. Or in some cases, they're using pictures going back to 2023. And they're using pictures of him in Miami, because you see palm trees everywhere, as opposed to in Virginia, which is where he would have played. So when you look at his face here, you tell me that doesn't fit the symptoms. That face does not look like Trump's normal face. It looks like something happened to him. And this guy's analysis, I don't know, it kind of adds up. It kind of adds up at the moment, if I'm being serious with you. He continues, even though they could walk at this time, speech and complex motor skills may still be recovering. And we notice Trump has oddly kept the press pool very far back from the White House and hasn't allowed them on the golf course. We also noticed that he was dressed the same as the last time he went golfing with Kai, and that MAGA influencers were given an old picture to circulate from January and his other golfing picture from June 27th. So again, they're all posting, President Trump he's out, he's playing golf, he's great, and they're using old pictures. Those same influencers were circulating a video of him in the same outfit, but that one came from June 29th this year. The next picture of him from today, from afar, with continued face droop, he once again spoke with no reporters before going golfing. And both times, reporters were confined to the tennis court out of view of his course instead of letting them take pictures like normal. None of this even gets into the other weird events this week, like J.D. Vance saying he's ready to, quote, take over, or his social posts seeming...
Yeah, but some people have long-acting symptoms, and it carries over for months, and some people don't have any symptoms at all. It varies wildly.
Like they were written by interns. That's actually, now they're talking about Trump's social posts seemingly were written by interns. They're trying to copy Trump, but it's not quite right. Something's a little off with how they sound. So it's not actually Trump. Seems like it's not actually Trump.
Hard to tell. Something's going on with him for sure. He doesn't keep the press that far away for that long. That's the strange part to me, especially on a holiday. Trump's like, well, it was a holiday weekend. Yeah, but you're the guy who likes to stand up and beat your chest on the holidays.
So I've been following this drama pretty closely. We have a new scandal happening in right-wing media. And what happened was a guy by the name of Owen Schroyer, who I have always referred to as Alex Jones Mini-Me, this guy announced on his own show that he's going to be leaving InfoWars. Now,
oh, shit. They were tight, dude.
Now, he hosts a show called, I believe, The War Room on the InfoWars Network, which, of course, is Alex Jones' network.
Especially, yeah, Labor Day. It's not like it's Christmas Day or something that most people would be like, I'm going to spend this with my family and I don't want the press or some shit like that, right? Trump is big on holidays, but Labor Day is one like where you think he would want to talk about bringing jobs back and the laborers, and he's the only one who can do it, and tariffs have to go through because we're going to be a third world country or what the fuck ever.
And he's been with them for a long time. I don't know exactly how long he's been with them, but it was a long time, bro. And look, you could just tell from watching Owen Schroyer and his style of talking and stuff that he literally idolized Alex Jones. Like, he was his mini-me. He idolized him. He wanted to follow in his footsteps. And so he's probably ecstatic when he got the job at InfoWars. And apparently they had a falling out. And the falling out was tied to the fact that Owen Schroyer is increasingly getting more and more black-pilled on the Trump regime, and he feels like they're failing. They're not staying true to their promises. They've cut themselves and sold out to Israel. And so Owen Schroyer is one of these young Republicans who is sort of leaning more in a Trump-critical direction, as opposed to Alex, who's been trying to coddle Trump's nuts but also ride the fence. Alex has been doing this thing where he brings on Nick Fuentes to discuss with him and debate with him about Trump. Alex is willing to be somewhat critical of Trump, but he's never willing to go far enough to actually sort of like crusade against him. And it looks like Owen Schroyer, he is more open to that. And, he's potentially more honest about the shortcomings and the downfall of the Trump regime and how they're failing. And so I watched, Owen Schroyer did like a 5-hour stream where he announced that he's leaving InfoWars, and I watched probably 2 hours of it, maybe 3 hours of it. And he was very cordial. He was very calm. He was very cordial. He was clearly upset by the whole scenario. He felt bad about it. He expressed repeatedly gratitude for Alex Jones for giving him his start. But he said, basically they clash a little bit now and that Alex is kind of hard to work for. And even so, he still respects InfoWars and thanks Alex Jones for giving him a chance and all that stuff. Well, Alex Jones saw this, and man, did he fucking crash out ski, bro. He lost his shit. So we have a great video here that's going to break it down for us. Shout out to Too Lazy to Try. Everybody go follow Too Lazy to Try. Go subscribe to Too Lazy to Try. This guy also does great videos on the Rogan sphere that you don't want to miss. So he's going to break it down for us. But this got wild. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I saw Alex flip out this bad. I mean, this is a legendary crash out here. Legendary. I mean, he might be back on the sauce the way he's acting here, but let's watch. Here we go.
Is a baby sucking on a pacifier. He's an elitist, arrogant dirtbag. Owen Schroyer is scum. You think I'm here to be shit on? Do I look like a fucking toilet to you? There's no more filter.
Damn. Why?
It's gone. And anybody fucks with me is going to get the full truth. And nothing but it, so help me God. And then you want to try to stab your mother in the back because you're a big boy leaving the nest. Well, guess what? You know what your mother is going to do? Piss on you.
All right, so it looks like Alex.
Why wouldn't you just be his father? Why do you have to be his mother? Why do you have to be his mother?
is going through it again. You know, it's been a rough past few months for him with all the Epstein stuff and now this. A longtime employee of his, Owen Schroyer, who's been with him for a decade, just announced he's leaving, which obviously Alex isn't handling very well, and he had a complete meltdown over it. Because also Owen did a 5-hour live stream addressing why he's leaving, and he said he felt like Alex was pressuring him too much to not talk about certain things and to be more positive about Trump. So that's what really set Alex off. And in the middle of another Sean InfoWars, he crashed it just to start flipping out about Owen. And it was really awkward. I mean, Alex was having a complete breakdown here, and you can tell he's actually really pissed. You know, this isn't an act. And he said he even started breaking down crying when Owen called him and demanded a raise to stay with InfoWars.
I'm here to censor.
Oh no, he's here. We've crossed the line.
To launch a new independent show and claim that I censored you for years and get a million viewers.
Oh, no.
You're allowed to lie about me any way you want.
You know I love you.
No,
Look, let's reject the grappler.
This is a.
By the way, this guy that Alex has his hand on his shoulder, this is his son, Rex Jones, I believe his name is. And he's kind of strawmanning Owen Jones.
Crashing the fuck out.
I'm sorry, Owen Jones. Owen Schroyer. Sorry, brain fart. He's strawmanning him because he didn't really say that Alex censored him. He said that it was sort of like, hey, you're being too pessimistic and maybe a little too anti-Trump, like your commentary's off and your mood is off type thing. Like, it was more like that, not like you're not allowed to criticize Trump. It was like a soft. So anyway, y'all see what Owen Schroyer says, but Alex is making it seem like it was very definitive. I've been censored by Alex. He didn't do that. All right, let's watch.
I'm using this as a case point. You understand that? How much have I come in and censored you over the years?
Yeah, not enough, frankly. I'd say something.
Have I ever censored you?
Never once. Literally never once.
Hey, you want to quit? Have a publicity stunt lie about me? I forgive you. Okay. I know. I expected. Hey, David, I did. Always done it. And I said I was taking the high road until I started watching. And it's like Anakin Skywalker's.
Can we sing a song?
When I'm on the air, I'm letting you have it, Schroyer. You stabbed your brother in this operation in the back, and you're a fucking liar.
Can we sing a song?
Fucking asshole.
Can we sing a song?
Shit. I never get involved in anything, but I know somebody did my friend, but he's gotten really dark, didn't talk to the crew the last 2 years. And
it wasn't enough to crash out in his own show. He's going to hijack someone else's show and crash the fuck out.
And so it's like a discredited person. I'm not here to be the villain for somebody's lie. So, wait till you hear his phone call yesterday. He literally talked to me like it was a crack whore. He was a pimp. He's like, yeah, well, if you're desperate, pay me more, I'll stay. But I'm promoting my new show on InfoWars, huh?
Let's take the high road.
Really nice. I might do a week. I was like, man, this really hurt my feelings, dude. No, it's all right. I'm going to come in. I hung up, started fucking crying. And they goes up fucking there and lies about me. Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. I won't fucking take people stabbing me in the back anymore. Fuck you.
God damn, dude.
And he went on his own show and kept going off on him. I think the live stream Owen did is what really got to him because he got a lot of attention and a lot of people took Owen's side. And he talked about how Alex kept telling him he's too negative and anti-Trump and anti-Israel. Also, he felt like Alex was trying to influence the show too much. So when Alex saw that and all the people supporting him, he just snapped because also thinks Owen is doing this to drum up attention for himself in his new show.
And, you know, Alex had been coming into my show and talking about how I'm negative and calling me a pessimist and all this other stuff, which is fine. You work for Alex, you're going to get hit with it a lot. Alex is not easy to work for, and that's fine. You know, that's okay. But, okay, he says I'm too negative. He says I'm a pessimist, whatever. I'm too anti-Trump. So I just said, all right, you know what? I'll just take some time off. I'll just disappear. And if Alex thinks I'm too negative, then maybe he's right. And it's not just...
Yeah, does this sound like a guy's, Alex Jones censored me and I'm crusading against InfoWars and they're frauds? Is that what this sounds like? I believe every word coming out of his mouth here. This sounds like totally sincere, right? And he sounds like he's also kind of sad that the relationship sort of fell apart.
It's not to say that I didn't have creative control over the InfoWars war room.
See, this is what I'm saying.
But I mean, imagine it's like somebody staring over your back 24/7. And so every single day that I came back, it was either a guest that I was told I had on at the last minute, or it was, you know, him coming in the studio, he wants me to cover this, he wants me to cover that, or I have to host his show for him because he's not in. So there was just...
By the way, let me just point out, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I'm pretty sure this is true. I think Owen Schroyer went to prison for Alex Jones because he was involved, or if he didn't go to prison, I know he had to like testify.
He went to jail. He went to jail for January 6th.
For him at the very least in these cases, the Sandy Hook cases, like he was in the trenches lying for Alex Jones and with Alex Jones about, you know, whatever, the families being crisis actors and the kids being fake and all.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if he faced any jail time for that.
All that garbage. And like, I mean, like this guy actually committed defamation for you and lied for you, and you're fucking stabbing him in the back like this. That's crazy, bro. That's because you can't find, what, 1% of the country, if that maybe, would sort of entertain the Sandy Hook conspiracies, the idea that these poor innocent kids that were gunned down, it's all fake. The government's trying to take Obama's doing this because he's trying to take your guns. Well, he didn't fucking take the guns. The whole conspiracy, the whole falls apart. There's no motive. What are you talking about? It's obviously real. And he found a guy who was willing to like ride or die for him and fucking lie and smear those families. Like, it's sort of unbelievable. Alex Jones is disturbing. I mean, they're all disturbing. Don't get me wrong here, guys. I'm not pro Owen Schroyer. Owen Schroyer's probably got horrific politics that I absolutely despise. I'm just saying that from a personal loyalty perspective, it's kind of wild that somebody went that hard for you and you get stabbed in the back.
Alex saw the tweet supporting Owen. It just made things even worse. Also, people are reporting that Owen left InfoWars because Alex was trying to censor him about Trump and Israel, which is obviously a bad look. So when Alex got on air, he just went absolute apeshit over it. It was hilarious. Like, this was a generational crash out. Even for Alex Jones, this was wild. I've never seen anything like it. And it's just funny. Owen leaves and is like, yeah, my boss was a bit much. It was difficult working with him. And his boss responds by calling him a piece of shit, traitor, scumbag, and just goes berserk over it. Like, I don't know if this is the best way to win people over if you're trying to prove you're a good employer. But I guess the gloves are off here. And Alex said he's using this to level up.
And I will no longer let lesser men try to build their resume by claiming I'm a traitor when they're scumbag Benedict Arnolds. Pieces of shit. One of the elitist, arrogant scumbags. I'm not arrogant. I'm on a power trip. I'm in a total commitment against evil. I'm pouring out my guts, my soul, my family, everything I've got committed to this, and I will not have pieces of fucking shit lie about me and say I'm not true. I will fucking destroy you, scum, all of you.
Cut to Alex Jones during the commercial break. That's what this sounds like, homie. Like, because either he's acting, like this is either a total fucking act, or he's got to be on some shit, because he ain't acting right here, dog.
All of you, fuck you. I sworn on the altar of God, total resistance against every form of tyranny, against a mind of man. And I told everyone 2 weeks ago, I'm leveling up. And it's scary, because I'm a scary person. I can outthink and outmaneuver all these people, and I just keep trying to get the general society to wake up and win. But I guess it does lie to me. I guess I am the smartest, I am the best, I am the fastest. problem is, interlocking into this information is very frightening.
God, this is so weird. Also, like, shut the fuck up, bro. You're washed. You're washed. What are you talking about? That's the reason why he keeps bringing on Nick Fuentes. He's trying to get some of that, like, Fuentes at the moment.
Young viewers.
Is ascending, right? He's getting more viewers. There's more of an interest in him. So now he's trying to, like, ride the coattails of fucking Fuentes. So don't do this fucking, I'm amazing, I'm the best, I know everything. Like, shut the fuck up. You're old and you're washed. And by the way, you never were great. Let's be clear about that, too. Because nobody makes up more shit than Alex Jones. He's entertaining as fuck, but he says the dumbest shit you've ever heard in your life and just makes shit up all the time. I remember back, if you just type in secular...
Yeah, the Trump administration tried to claim that bump stocks made a weapon platform a machine gun. But a machine gun has a very, very, very well-defined definition. And it was struck down by the Supreme Court.
Talk Alex Jones and go through the whole...
That was all under Trump.
If I covered of him, there's some fucking gold in there, bro. He called Hillary...
The ban was all under Trump. Striking it down was under the Biden administration, I think.
Are demons, like literal demons from hell, and Hillary smells like sulfur because she's a demon.
It was last summer. Summer before last.
Like, just the craziest fucking shit you've ever heard.
So, this must be done. So I will do it. I'll never watch another movie. I guess I have to become celibate because I can't get my energy up to sex. That's the biggest strain on me as a man. There is no more pleasure. There is no more pain.
What?
I guess I have to become celibate because I can't get my energy up to sex. That's the biggest strain on me as a man. There is no more pleasure.
I guess I had to become celibate because I can't get my energy up for sex.
I will do it. I'll never watch another movie. I guess I have to become celibate because I can't get my energy up to sex. That's the biggest strain on me as a man. There is no more pleasure. There is no more pain. There is no more art. There is no more culture. There is only war. And I commit myself to total war against Satan. And I ask God to lead God, direct me, and commit me to his arms and to become a complete vessel of warfare against this operation. And I repent for all my sins. And I ask now before everyone.
God damn, he gets some good math or something, dude.
He lift me up to be an absolute battering ram against the enemy in God's will. In the name of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Amen.
Look into Thorazine. We need the most powerful antipsychotics we can find. This is. I don't even have the words for this one, homie.
So everybody be on notice.
Yeah, so that was something else. And while Alex was losing his mind and going off on Owen put out this compilation of his favorite moments on the show and said it was an epic ride. I wish nothing but the best for the entire InfoWars team. So while Alex was just going absolute apeshit and calling him a traitor and everything, Owen's like, we're all good. I wish you guys the best of luck. But that didn't make Alex back down. You know, he's been going off all day about this. That part of it is probably the most damn is because I really get the sense that Alex Jones is flipping out this aggressively and being this disrespectful and being this much of a douchebag because he looks at Owen's kindness as weakness. He looks at Owen like sort of being conciliatory on the way out the door. He looks at that as like, oh, you're weak, so I'm gonna pounce on you. So it almost would have been if Owen actually did come out swinging and did say, this motherfucker actually censored me.
He called him demon possessed.
And he's lost his way, and he's a Trump ball coddler, and he doesn't care about the truth anymore. And if he did that whole shtick, I think that actually would have made Alex Jones crash out less than this. It's because he smelled some weakness in it that he was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna fucking try to destroy you.
And he thinks Owen might be possessed by a demon or he might be on drugs. Because
what did I just say? I told you, Hillary, Obama, they argued they were demons. This is go-to move. You're a demon. Oh my God. The funny thing is, I've been saying this a lot lately, but I used to, good and evil, I used to think it was kind of like a simplistic thing that good and evil existed. Like it seemed overly simplistic to me, but now I look at it, I'm like, oh, it fucking exists. But it's basically the exact opposite of how Alex Jones used it. Every poll I look at, there was a poll, what did I tweet the other day? The support for Israel among Democrats has gone like this, straight down. In this particular poll, it had like 30% or something like that. For Republicans, it was up at like 83%, 85% thereabouts. And so I tweeted, Republicans are like literal demons. But when I say that, I don't actually mean a demon. I just mean like they are evil and this is evil. I think Alex Jones actually means like a fucking little red guy with a pointy tail and the horns and the fucking smoke coming off. Like that's what I think Alex Jones means. So anyway.
He claims someone's been really rude to him the past few years and he saw this coming. So Alex calls him out on that and him trying to play the victim and trash InfoWars on the way out to promote his own career.
Owen Schroyer's dead to me?
He didn't trash InfoWars though.
If he goes on there and repents to Jesus and apologizes for being demon possessed or whatever it is he is, then I will forgive him. But he thinks that he would like absorb us as a launch pad and lie about us to make himself a victim so he could project himself and launch his own show. And then as all the articles come out and Jones censored Schroyer on Trump criticism and Israel, you are a snake. You are a rat. You are a fraud. You are a backstabber. You are a handbiter. You are a disgrace. He'd walk by me and say something like, you know, just start laughing at me. Like, I'm on junior house, it didn't hurt me at that level. It hurt me. He was like,
I'm sure that's an accurate representation of what happened. that's what Owen did. I'm sure that's what happened, Alex.
We're back the next day, and Owen just shows back up and does his show. And walks in and just looks at me with hatred and like slinks in there.
Me walking when I'm around Alex Jones. I'm doing that. I'm a left-winger walk. This is how left-wingers walk. Because we're evil left-wingers. What a fucking silly person.
Because he really wanted me to fire him so he could be a victim. And I confided just in a few of it. I said he wants to be a victim. I said I'm going to have love. I said prayers for him. He gets better. It'll be really nice to him.
I'm sure that's true too.
Owen says maybe he'll pull out of it. I tried to talk to him. He's never wanted to talk to me. And I said, but he's going to stab me in the back. He's a new person.
Have we ever noticed that Alex Jones's world map only includes North America and South America? Just twice?
And I don't know if it's his personal life. I don't know if it's stuff he's smoking.
Oh, come on. What a fucking low blow. Oh, he's doing weed and he lost his mind.
The stuff he's smoking. The devil's lettuce.
What is this fucking reefer madness? What is it, 1962? This is what we're doing? Oh my God.
But I've seen a lot of people get paranoid, smoke pot and go nuts.
Oh,
but I mean,
he's just fucking smearing endlessly.
I'll just tell you this right now, that I'm not here to be shit on or stabbed in the back. This crew is...
Alex Jones used to peddle that smoking pot was a government program to have kids kill their parents.
Your punching bag, and we did nothing to you but be loyal. And your little 5-hour extravaganza of a little puppy dog that doesn't know why, and he just wanted to come back and shake my hand and be nice, and then I kind of censored him and said, no, you don't need to host your show.
That he just contradicted himself. Earlier he said, I tried to talk to Owen, and Owen didn't want to talk. And then here he admits, Owen did want to come in, do a final show, get a nice send-off, shake Alex's hand, and say thank you for everything. So Owen did want to talk to you, and you rejected it. God, this is... You're a grown man. I'm sorry. I have zero sympathy and zero respect for grown-ass men. You're in your fucking 50s, and this is how you handle interpersonal shit? You're in your 50s, bro. What is this fucking high school ass nonsense? Did you never grow up? And the answer is no, he didn't. He's a fucking emotionally stunted little bitch, is what it is. But I also should say, I fucking love the right-on-right violence. I live for that. You all know this. When Nick Fuentes and Tim Pool were fucking going at each other's jugulars, we're on the sidelines like, yeah, this is what we love to see. Because this is what happens when a movement falls apart. And Trumpism is falling apart because Trump is ruining the country and nobody can deny it anymore.
Want to hear what he said on the phone call me? I didn't record it. I was in the pool with my 8-year-old daughter, playing with her Barbie dolls.
So I guess Owen quit. Now he's had a breakdown crying while he was in the pool.
That's wild. You have an 8-year-old daughter, dude.
Playing with Barbie dolls. What a sad scene. Hopefully he didn't start throwing up too. Because last time he had a breakdown like this, he started puking.
Oh, he smokes. It's just not pot.
I remember that. We covered that clip. Anyway, that's the whole thing. Wild, dog. Absolutely wild. I love it when the right fights the right. Right-on-right violence is what I fucking live for. But putting aside politics completely, on a personal level, I actually feel for Owen, because I watched the whole thing and I was like, it just seems like a guy who's sort of like kind of sad that him and Alex drifted apart and their politics are not in the same place anymore, but he still respects and thanks Alex, and now he's looking forward to like launching his own thing. And
two completely different vibes. Like, I love Alex Jones and InfoWars, but I just got to go. And that demon-possessed fucking piece of shit.
Creating future plans, and he's taking a risk because this is the first time he's going fully independent and all this stuff. And so from a human level, you look at it and you're like, I can sympathize with what this guy's going through.
What is this?
Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out my podcast.
That was Kyle Kaczynski, by the way.
To subscribe. I'm in Letcher County, Kentucky right now. This is where the sheriff shot and killed the judge right in the judge's chambers. I'm investigating what happened, and there's a lot more to the story. Allegations of a secret sex ring. I'm looking into all of it for this edition of Ryan Ensign Investigates. Hey guys, so I've got two really, really interesting interviews coming up from Kentucky. First of all, a woman who I spoke to who said that she had sex with the judge countless times. The judge who was murdered, she said she had sex with him countless times to get out of crimes, and she says that is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the corruption. Also, a jailer, a different woman who worked in the jail as a guard, who says that there were sex parties going on in...
How trustworthy are these sources?
Former Letcher County Sheriff, and she goes into detail. So you're going to hear from both of those women in a second. First, let me give you guys some of the backstory here, catch you up if you haven't been following this case. Former Letcher County Sheriff Sean Mickey Steins has been jailed since...
Because it seemed like he was in sleep deprivation paranoia, but really about nothing.
Killing last September of the judge. It was caught on surveillance camera. This is in Whitesburg, Kentucky. That's where I was.
And the judge was fucking people, and the deputies were fucking people for house arrest and getting out of crimes. That's all true.
This is to the story here. Steins is accused of fatally shooting Letcher County District.
I don't know if that had anything to do with the shooting, though.
Mullins in the judge's chamber, and Mullins died at the scene, and Steins, again, who was the sheriff at the time, surrendered without incident. The surveillance video showed the judge, and then according to lawsuits that we've looked into and people that we've talked to, could have been involved in a sex for favors plot. The judge was connected to a sex for favors scheme when women on house arrest exchanged sexual acts for special treatment, and this is according to a lawsuit. Now, since the murder of Judge Mullins, everyone has speculated as to Sheriff Steins' motive for killing Mullins. The reason behind the shooting, according to some locals, could be that Judge Mullins, again, was involved in the sex for favors scandal, demanded that Steins keep his mouth shut about it when a lawsuit was filed by one of the victims. And at this point, at least two women that we know of have filed lawsuits who say that they were forced to have sex or they were told that they would have to go back to jail. And so that takes us back to where we are now, these women coming forward, including a woman who I interviewed named Taya Adams, who sat down with me. I went to her home in Kentucky, and she said that she had sex with the judge to get out of trouble. She acknowledges that the corruption is widespread. She also acknowledges that she's been in and out of trouble for addiction, and has been in and out of jail. But
I knew him before because my sister worked for the Commonwealth Attorney for a really long time. Like I grew up in his office and stuff. So whenever he got elected to be Commonwealth Attorney, and we moved over into City Hall, and then Kevin was the assistant Commonwealth Attorney, and his office was like across the road from it. And I was kind of like informal intern in there, like learning office management and stuff. And I went over to his office to learn how to take a position. And that was the first interaction that I had with him as far as the sex and stuff goes.
What happened?
I gave him oral with my shirt pulled down, and whenever we were done, he threw money in my face, helped me to clean myself up, and reminded me that I knew better than to tell my sister.
And what was his job at that time?
Damn.
Assistant Commonwealth Attorney, and we would do sex parties and perform shows and have sex with them for money, things like that.
Where were the parties?
Various places. There are different cabins. There's an apartment down like Fort Thornton that they would use. It's got like mirrored ceilings and a bidet and a sex swing and all the things. Yeah.
Did you feel like you could say no?
No.
Mirrored ceilings, sex swing, also a bidet, just so you know.
No, and they would make sure to make you feel as small and degraded and belittled as possible to take your power away, you know?
What sort of things would they do?
But also, like I have to say, like we were having fun too. You know, like we were doing drugs, we were doing coke, doing a lot of cocaine, partying. You know, like it wasn't like they were just like they weren't raping like physically, like you know what people think about when they hear the word rape. It was consensual, but it was the thing that we were so young, and then they used it against us and to destroy our lives later.
How so?
With the legal system, and CPS, systematically removing your whole life piece by piece.
Did they ever tell you that you couldn't say?
I don't know. Whenever CPS gets involved and it's like, I did nothing wrong. They just come and took my kids because I fucked this judge one time. I don't know.
Anything?
Yeah. I mean, that was just a given, you know. And like, who would believe it anyway? Because the whole town's doing it. You know, nobody cares. They're all swingers. It's all a big party to them. It was just like
the whole town is swingers. Got it.
Did you ever have sex with him after he became judge?
Yeah.
When he was the judge?
Yes. I've had sex with him in the chambers. I've had sex with him upstairs.
You had sex in the chambers?
Yes.
How did that?
It was not the room that's on film. That's on that where that camera is. Where the murder and stuff happened. That's not the room that was always the chambers. I don't know. Like, I think it might be behind that where it was, but there was like a different desk and everything. You know, that's not the same room.
And how did that happen?
What?
The sex in the chambers.
We would just like sometimes we would just go over there and hang out and he'd be like, just hang out and we go do sit on the bench for a while, be in a minute. You know, and everybody would come out there and smoke and stuff after. The girls who they would bring them up from jail for the house arrest people and stuff. They would have sex all over the place with them too.
From the jail?
Yeah.
Were you ever there when that happened?
Yeah.
You saw it?
Yeah. Yeah, I knew the girls personally. Yeah, they were my friends and family. They were the people that we lived with on the streets.
So
the other ones that they've done the same thing to and taken their kids and slammed them and put them with all these big crazy charges.
So you're saying like it's so normal. I just want to make sure. So the judge would have sex with inmates from the jail?
Yes.
And you saw it?
Yes. I was part of it. I was one of them. Not just from being in jail, like coming in off the street and seeing them. Yeah.
How did they keep it a secret?
It wasn't a secret. It wasn't a secret.
Why did you feel like you had to have sex with the judge?
Because he's the one with the power. He holds my entire life in his hands. He's the one that makes the decisions over whether I get to keep my children or not. He's the one that makes the decisions on whether I go to jail or whether I get, like, they would drug test me all the time, and I would pass it, and social services would come in and say, like, no, she failed it, and I would have to make them lie every time because I wasn't failing it. That was one good thing that Kevin did to me. Did for me with my twins. We fought for them for months. Finally got them back in the home. Social services was so harassing and so bad that he called her out in court. He said, that's enough. So you have taken this too far, and I'm reporting you to Frankfurt. And he called the ombudsman, like, contacted me and to supposedly open an investigation against the child services here, and I never heard nothing about it.
Did the judge ever say you have to do this, or if you do this,
you come see me 3 times and we'll take care of this? If it's a ticket or something, or you get some minor charge, paid charge, come visit me a few times. We'll take care of it.
You'd say that?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah.
And how many women do you think were also doing this?
Total over the years, hundreds.
Sounds like community service to me.
Yeah. And not just for the women who had charges. Like if your man or somebody, your child is in there, then you could go see him for that too.
And everybody knew this was going on?
Yes.
If your man's in jail, you go see him for that too.
So what did you?
That's a trooper.
The sheriff killed the judge.
My heart just like exploded in relief. I thought finally somebody is going to see this because now they can't look away. They have to look. They have to see what happened in here. And then it's been all this time and still not seeing anything happening, you know. Nobody say anything. The people have been making videos and coming out with their story for a long time, but they're being retaliated against to the point that they're leaving this. They've had to pack up and leave homes that they own here and leave the state and go rent somewhere else because they ran them out of town.
Do you feel nervous talking about this? Have you been retaliated against?
I'm a little bit nervous, but I also know that God got this, you know, and that our kids, I don't want our kids to have to grow up in this town like it has been for us. Because once they get their hooks in you, they never let you go. You don't get to live. You don't get to choose your life. You don't choose your own path. They do that for you.
Has anyone tried to intimidate you and you're not talking?
Like comments on Facebook and yes, a lot of victim blaming, shaming, stuff like that, petty stuff. But then also we had a message from the jailer's sister that said that they started it, she's going to finish it. And she's on Facebook like slandering Liz, saying she went through like hours of footage to catch a freeze frame of her eye like glitching like in the middle of a blink or something and put it on there on Facebook. Look, she's high, we need to call CPS to come take her kids. And that's how it happens. They'll call CPS on you and then they will take your children unfounded for nothing, for no reason. Or like in my case, the court ordered me to take Suboxone and then showed up at the hospital when I gave birth to take my child because she had Suboxone in her system. She had Suboxone in her system. They said my prescription wasn't valid. It was. My clinic had closed like a couple weeks before I went into labor, but I still had a whole month's prescription for that month with pills left over that I hadn't taken yet. And that was the grounds for taking her.
How many times would you say you had sex with the judge in the courthouse?
Countless.
Countless.
For sexual relations of some sort. Yeah.
I mean, if you had to put a number on it.
I don't know. Have you seen my record? It's a long one.
And basically,
he's been part of every charge I've ever had.
And when you would get a charge, what would he say?
He'd laugh at me, tell me to come see him. We'll get it figured out or whatever. But he never did. He ended up just like slamming me. They slammed me with all them other crazy charges there at the end. Like once they were done with me, I think they got scared. And something about it is they don't like for us to get sober. When we get sober, we start to heal and we start to speak on who hurt us. And they don't like that. So they'll send people out to relapse you and pull you back into their nonsense.
Do you know why the sheriff killed the judge?
I don't, but I have my own suspicions and beliefs.
What do you think?
I think that he's saying that nothing was ever going to stop. Nothing was ever going to change unless something big happened. I don't know what it was that triggered.
The sheriff was clearly having some mental episode, right? He thought he was going to be murdered. He thought people were following him. He thought someone was inside the sheriff's office that was part of a hitman, and the judge was in on it. It was just crazy.
Actually do that. Like, I don't know. I couldn't say. But knowing everything, and then if you notice, they put that charge on Ben Fields, right? Like he's the only one or something. And Mickey ended up getting named in a lawsuit for not doing anything about it or not properly training him. So I wonder, like, if he was like this is so far out of my hands, what am I supposed to do? It's like all these people here that have evidence, like physical evidence of all these horrible things that they've done to him, are just hiding it because there's nobody to give it to. Like, you know?
What do you think? What do you make of the sheriff? What is his sort of reputation?
He's got a good reputation. He's well respected. He's always good to me, fair, firm. You know, he take you to jail and stuff, but he wasn't like a roper and raper and stuff like the other ones. And he was always good to me.
Did he know about everything going on?
Yeah, I think it bothered him. Like, I really did. Because I asked for house arrest. I kept asking over and over. I kept saying, Nikki, please let me go on house arrest. Like, this is crazy. And you know these charges on me are crazy. So every time I get in the elevator, take me to court, I'm begging. He said, well, we'll see. And then he never would put me on the list. And it makes me wonder why. Never.
Did anything ever happen to you in the jail?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you talk about having sex with the judge, but that was mostly when you were out, right? Trying to avoid.
Yeah.
Or what about when you were in jail?
Yeah, the jail workers and stuff, a lot of them, they would come up to the doors, stuff, they want to see your titties. They want you to come up so they can put their hands in the beanhole and touch you, things like that. There was like this old stairwell.
Put your hands in the beanhole. That's a move I try on Mariah every once in a while.
Middle of the jail across from the mid-room, but they would take girls in there and stuff sometimes.
How do all these officials get away with this?
They run it all. They run it all. Their rehab programs and stuff, they're all in it together. They all got their hands in it. The drug court, they just keep extending your sentence, extending your sentence. How is that? Do you know what happened with my case? We had the fight. They charged us with unlawful imprisonment in a holding cell beside the book of death. They charged us with unlawful imprisonment, which is kidnapping. That's the charge that stuck. And they told me I had 7.5 years total. I get to prison and get my time sheet, I had 12.5 years. So I went and seen legal aid. They said once the final judgment is filed, there's nothing else that you can do. It's final. So I did my time. I made parole upon completion. I did all the programs and stuff that I was eligible to do. And when I got out, they tried to make me go to drug court. They tried to add drug court on my sentence. And I threw a fit. I said, no, this is not right. And this was not part of the plea deal. And y'all already screwed me and gave me 5 extra years anyway. We're not doing this. My parole officer went back in his office and came back out and said, well, they agreed that if you would do aftercare for 6 months, that you don't have to go to drug court. So I did their aftercare. I did their MRT classes, anger management, parenting, you name it, I did it. I served out. I went to go get my gold seal. I was so excited and so proud that I accomplished it and I was done. I finished it. You know, like I worked so hard my whole life just to get out from under this place. Finish it. I go in to get my gold seal, my certificate, and he says the state text says they're not going to release you because of your child support until it's paid in full. That just destroyed me. That crushed me. And I still didn't know like what Cool had said for a while after that. Like that's a more recent development when I got on the scene that I'm on parole till 2099. And I've been trying to find somebody from the outside for a while to look at this case, like because nothing about it is right.
So for people who aren't from here, I mean,
on parole until 2099.
There's obviously a lot of people on drugs or have been on drugs.
Yes.
Does that just make them vulnerable to this whole system?
It does, and they use it. They start giving you drugs as a minor. Like so, you're already addicted. You're already addicted. So they use that to keep control over you.
Do you think they think, oh?
Yeah.
I also spoke with a woman on drugs.
And that's why they want to keep us messed up and out of it, so we don't have any credibility.
I also spoke with a woman who says that she worked in the jail.
Months.
Okay. And what was your job in perspective? This is an interview that aired first on News Nation. Look at this. So you worked in the jail?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How long did you work there?
About 3.5 months.
Okay.
Yes.
And what was your job?
Deputy jailer. I was one of the guards.
One of the guards, so in with all the
taking care of the inmates and stuff like that, helping give out trays, meds, watches. There's a lot of times I was in the booth, just different things.
When did you realize that something strange was going on at the jail?
When Ben Phillips came in and became an automatic trustee. That was what had made my eyes go, oh wow, okay, so our systems aren't how they're supposed to be, not even in our guidelines. It confused me because most times in jail, when somebody comes into jail, you're there for a while, and then there's the process of, if you want to become a trustee, which is one of the inmates where they get to do special jobs like helping prepare the food or going out on work release, you have to apply for that. You have to ask for it. You have to show that you have the initiative to want to do it. And Ben Phillips, from first day stepping into our jail, was a automatic trustee. Special treatment. It was awful. We have 2 solitaries that is beside the ice box where they keep all these supplies, feminine products, pops, stuff like that, which is supposed to be a one-man cell. At some points, there's 2 or 3 people in there, but there was 2 men that was in that cell that had gotten moved, so that way Ben Phillips could be moved into that cell. He got a brand new bed. He got a brand new flat screen TV. Automatic trustee. He had his own pack of cigarettes in the break room. Marlboro red shorts. It just wasn't fair. You know what I mean? It just showed the system wasn't.
I'm sure they were going to take special care of their share. I kind of expected that. I don't know. And they're in his county jail?
How it should be.
Is it right? No. Did I expect it 100%? Yeah.
I never seen anybody having sex, but I had heard stories. One of the female guards specifically was telling me that one of the places she takes male inmates was the storage room, which used to be a stairwell.
The sheriff was so messed up out of his fucking mind that when his own deputies and a state trooper were taking him to the jail, that he tried to convince them they were going the wrong way, and he knew that they were taking him out in the middle of nowhere to assassinate him. Like his own wife said he hadn't slept in like 3 days straight or some shit.
In front of the medication room. It's literally directly across. You can't get in there without a key, and that's where they take them. A lot of times they get took up into the courthouse, especially after hours late at night. Nobody's at work, nobody's up there, so it's all empty. It's all empty space.
How common was that? More
common than you would want to believe in the court system. Even down to some of my daily supervisors. There'd be girls sign themselves out and take them on home. It was sick.
The supervisors were taking inmates home for the night?
Yes. When there's policy, once the inmate leaves that jail space, you're not supposed to be in contact with them for 6 months. So it's one of those things. Oh, you're taking them, and then the girls go back and tell them stories. Oh, I slept with this person when he took me home. It's sick.
What did you think when you were working there?
That it was a brothel. It is all just a brothel between all the employees sleeping with each other and sleeping with the inmates that come in. And a lot of them, they are repeat offenders. So a lot of them are permanent stayers. It's nasty. It's sickening. I've even had one of my personal supervisors go way over the limits of even trying to get my family to force me to be in a relationship with them. While I was previously already in a relationship. And it's like, sir, this is supposed to be a work. You're a work friend. You know what I mean? It's not a good environment.
What would the inmates get in return for having sex with the leadership?
For inmates, the smallest things. Unless you're going with one of the overheads. If they're sleeping with a guard, it's mostly for things like cigarettes, time out of cell, pops, commissary, things like that.
What did you think when the sheriff shot the judge?
A lot of the corruption was going to come out. I knew that that was going to be the beginning to set everything aside to make people come in and people's voices finally be heard. Because even I believe that the sheriff, he either knew something or something was going on that he knew about that we all might not know about, but he was doing something to protect us.
So the sheriff was your boss, or was the jail separate?
Jail is separate from the police station.
Okay.
Yeah, or the sheriff's office.
Okay. Did you know what was going on with the judge?
Yes.
The PlayStation?
No. That's a reverse question of what's part of what was going on.
Did you know inmates were having sex with the judge?
Yes. Pretty much that's kind of the thing that everybody.
It's like different sized drinks. It's a shot, a beer, something, a pitcher. I was looking at a beer bong maybe, and then something else over here. I don't know.
It was confirmed to me after working in the jail, especially after being invited to a party myself.
What happened?
I said no thank you. I declined and kind of just went back on to what I was.
A keg. The very last thing's an arm holding a keg. That's a beer bong, a pitcher, a growler maybe, a beer mug, and maybe a glass of beer.
It was just one of those things. I just asked that? Like that just really.
To a sex party?
Yes.
Who asked you?
It was Mr. Mullins himself.
There it is, way zoomed in. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And it's got the different how many ounces are in it.
What did he say?
He had talked about they do little get-togethers and everything. He didn't explain it to me as in a party. It was a get-together of some of the higher-ups. I'm not going to say names for other purposes, but for some of the other higher-ups, it was just a get-together, them doing like a little meeting, like a lunch, not a lunch, dinner. Sorry, I keep getting mixed up. But he didn't really get too far into it. But if you're being asked to go to a late-night get-together with the higher-ups, that it's not nothing to do with eating. Right. At least not food.
So you knew what was going on?
Yes. Other coworkers, and my ex-coworkers, they come out and even ask me now not to mention it. They've even, them participating in the parties themselves. I had another one ask me to go to another one of Mullins' get-togethers, and I declined it again because it's one of those things. I was raised better than that. You know what I mean? Our Southern Doles, especially being raised in southeastern Kentucky, we know better than that. Our mom was raised us better than that. Our grandma was raised us better than that. Our great-grandmothers raised us better than that. But
Then fucking?
for a lot of the girls, especially like our girls like Ty or like CB.
These people have 9 kids by 3 different men. They're like, our mamas raised us better than that.
Or a lot of the other ones, they are forced into doing stuff like that for either help with cases or it's just a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
And there's other men and stuff too around here that host and do things and film, do their own movies and stuff too.
That's why I say a lot of them, the higher ups is what I call them, especially from where I'm in a court case right now. I don't want saying a lot of names because you never know what they could do to us, especially for retaliation. But if you know, you know in the county. Everybody knows. They might not speak on it. They might not want to be involved in it because of the fear of retaliation, because there's so many people that has come out and spoke out about what Judge Mullins has done or other crimes that have been participated in just regards of Mullins and Nikki Steins and all this, and they go to speak out and they either end up overdosed when they're clean, or you don't hear from them again. And I get that. And for all the people that have spoke up, I'm unbelievably proud of them, especially people or girls like Ty. Like, I'm so proud of y'all. Especially speaking out. Things like this that happen in small communities and small towns. Even if we're afraid to speak up on it, we need to, because is this what we want for our next generation? Is that what we want for our kids? What we're going through, what our past people have gone through, do we want that for them? And no, I don't want that for my daughter. I don't want that for my son. I want better for them. I want a natural community that's not based on if you got money and know people, and if you're willing to get on your knees or on your back. It's sickening, and I want better for them. I want better for not just my babies, for Lexi's babies, for Ty's babies, for all of them, my grandchildren one day. I want better for them all.
So the latest on this case is there was just...
All right, I have a question for you, chat. And this is going on in my town right now. The story comes out that our chief of police, who was thinking about... So our sheriff is retiring this year. Our county sheriff is retiring this year. And he's been there for a long time. He's never really had any real competition. He always wins. As he's leaving, he recommends his chief deputy, right? So the guy right below him. And he says, I think that Unicoi County should work with him. I elect him. He's the best one. Okay. Now, some other people are going to run, obviously. One of the people that the rumor mill has been saying may run is our city chief of police. Okay. Now, about 2 weeks ago, the police station, we get word that our chief of police failed a random alcohol screening for on duty, which sounds wild, right? Like the chief of police is showing up drunk. Now, no more information comes out about it. He appeals it. While it's being appealed, the city says we're firing him. Okay, so the city fires him. So they have to, basically. The lawyer comes out, makes a statement, let him go. Now, what's come out since then is he's appealing it with his lawyer, claims that the testing equipment wasn't standardized, first of all, that it's not the test equipment they use in the sheriff's department, it was something else at the hospital that they used. 16 people, 16 witnesses come forward and say, no way, he wasn't drunk, we didn't smell alcohol in his breath, none of that happened. Okay, but maybe he's good at hiding it, right? Who knows? That's what people are thinking. Then it comes out that he wasn't even randomly selected. That they came in and let's say they randomly selected 5 people. Okay? It wasn't the chief of police. What actually happened was one of the randomly selected people was off that day with a family emergency. The chief of police himself volunteered to fill that last testing spot. So the state says you have to test so many people a month, blah, blah, blah. And it doesn't matter if the person's not there, even if they're like on administrative leave, out of town vacation or whatever, they can't be tested. You still have to have 5 people or 10 people or whatever tested. You still have to have the same number of people tested. So you're telling me 16 people came forward and said, no way, he didn't smell like alcohol, he wasn't drunk, I interacted with him that morning and nothing happened. There was no alcohol whatsoever. And you're telling me that he was drunk, had been drinking, knows how to evaluate, like, you know, public intoxication levels and all that shit, and he volunteered to take the test that he would have known in the back of his head he was going to fail? Does that make any fucking sense? Why would he didn't have to take the test? He's the chief of police. He volunteered so they wouldn't pull other people off their duties, right? They're already having to take so many people. Everybody else had already left. Like all the deputies that were on patrol had already left. He didn't want to pull another officer off their duty and make him come in and, spend an hour or whatever doing this. So he said, I'll just fucking do it, right? I'll fill the last slot. Then goes in and blows a .064 or .062 or whatever. .04 is the limit for work. .08 is the limit to drive. He blew perfectly in between those two. That's kind of crazy, no? So I don't know what's going to come out about that. I've just been listening to rumors. Obviously, I know the chief of police, and I really like him. He's a Marine Corps veteran. He's always been there for my family. When I shot myself with a nail gun, he was the first person that responded before EMT, before anybody else. He's been there to help me with my dad 30, 40, 50 times. I don't know. He's always fucking there. He comes even when he's at his house and off work. He comes even when it's in the county. He tries to run out there. He's the type of guy that is not going to be a dick about it. Even if you're in trouble, he'll come explain to you what's going on. Like, hey, we found this, they're searching this. You're probably going to go to jail. But at least he'll give it to you straight. When other cops would be like, yeah, shut up. We found drug. You kind of, whatever. He's a good guy. I like him a lot. So maybe I'm biased. I'm clearly biased. Not maybe. I am biased for this guy. I like him a lot. I would like for him to be our sheriff. I've spoke to him behind the scenes. Just send him a message, blah, blah. But obviously, I'm not going to get a story out of it. He's got a lawyer, and the lawyer's doing their thing. There's some weird shit going on. I don't know what the fuck it is. And we already had a weird sheriff story. If you guys remember, there was sex parties with a female officer. A female officer that was 20 years old, and they tried to sneak her into our high school as if she had been displaced, her and her family had been displaced by Hurricane Katrina, and she looked old as fuck and was sleeping with students, by the way. That same one ended up having sex parties with her sheriff. He actually got a head injury jet skiing, partying at the lake. They drug him to work and said he fell off the roof. Like, we've already had the shitty sheriff situation. That's not our current sheriff. But I feel like that lends it to, there could be some shit going on. I don't know. It's weird. I hope we get more details, but I'll try to keep you updated on it. All right, guys, I'm out. The computer worked. Thank you all for joining us. Sorry I was so late. I am having computer issues. I'll try to stay and figure out what's going on. Maybe stress test it or something. I don't know. But I'll be back tomorrow. If you want to support the show, do it at buymeacoffee.com/coldbeer. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. The likes, shares, follows, all that shit. I appreciate it. We'll see you about in the next one. Have a good night. Love you. See you. Bye. I'm going to go reach in Mariah's beanhole.
This about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show,
they reach down to the beanhole to fill you up.
Call out the people on this planet by name and tell them exactly who they are and tell them the rest of the world who they are. You don't have the forking balls. You don't have the balls.
Okay, Scott.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. And they say that I'm a lunatic. Well, listen, bitch, I came equipped with a quick.
I sure as hell, if I had been drinking at all, I wouldn't volunteer for a breathalyzer. Like, what the fuck? When I could have just went home or did my shift. That's so stupid. Thank you also for the comments. A lot of people were talking about me being sick and had recommendations, this, that, whatever. Thank you for that, too. I appreciate it.
Baby eating lizard people, alien sex. What's next? Trump in a dress, fucking Flynn on his desk.